Hello, my name is Katie Grass and I am obsessed with songwriting. I am no professional. I just write my songs here in this room, in my own little world, but I truly think it is a form of magic. Some melodies, lyrics, they just come out of the blue and you can't really explain where they come from, but the process of taking those ideas and creating them into a song and bringing it to life truly brings me so much joy, and I am obsessed with it. With that said, this is the story of how I wrote my song Blooming. I started this song idea back in May 2024, so about 2 years ago from today. I was just walking my dog around the block. It was right around the time when spring is coming and the trees are blooming. You just start noticing all the flowers and things start getting warm. Just the entire energy of the earth just shifts. The line that first came to me was like verse 1 in the chorus. It went, fresh cut grass and bloomin' branches, walk around the block with the dog and noticing it's feeling good around here. I slowly built out draft 1 of this song. It continues as follows. Hop on the bike, riding through the city, knowing we've got the best parking in town, walking into the dive bar now. In the chorus, spring is here, there's growing and learning to do. Deep in my soul, I can feel it start to bloom. Here is one of the first voice memos.
Fresh cut grass and blooming branches, walking around the block with the dog and notice it's feeling good around here. Hop on that bike, riding through the city, knowing we've got the best parking in town. Walking into that dive bar now. Spring is here, there's growing and learning to do. Deep in my soul, I can feel it start to bloom.
Okay, that was draft 1 of Bloom. I kind of sat on this song for 2 years. I tried to record it and continue to bring it to life, but it never quite sounded right. I just kind of accepted that this song is what it is and it might not have more of a life than what it was. I always just loved it and I didn't know what more it needed. I think it needed just a couple more springs in me and some brainstorming and a little more life to bring this song to life. I accidentally got a book. I decided to buy some poem books by Rupi Kaur. I thought this was a poetry book and I was actually surprised when I got it, the Healing Through Words. And it turns out it's like a guided writing exercise book, which I love writing. I was pleasantly surprised, to say the least. But one specific section that stood out to me was actually her peach pit exercise. This is essentially an editing process that this author uses when creating really short, precise poetry. It's a way of really getting to the point and using the most out of the words you choose. I obviously think poetry and songwriting are very related, and so I decided why not use this exercise and try and edit my songs. Editing is the biggest struggle. And I think that's probably why a lot of my songs just sit and don't get more of a life than they should. This process kind of gave me some type of discipline to sit down and really dive into a song, do it kind of in my own way. I decided to try this peach pit editing to really get to the root, the peach pit of the song, what I was trying to say. Part of the process is to write down your thesis. Like, what is the goal? What is the true meaning of this poem, this song? I wrote out my thesis, and some of the things I wrote is love is blooming as the earth warms up. The trees are blooming. The smell of fresh cut grass and flowers, and I can feel this whole new shift in my body and nature. The petals are blowing in the breeze. The rain is letting up and everything is more green. And then I kind of dive into falling in love. Me and my husband fell in love in the spring. Spring kind of has that feeling for me. So I said, I can't wait for you to get home and hold me. I'm reminded of falling madly in love with you. I'm reminded of picking out plants and talking about our families. Among various ideas, I've just wrote down truly just anything I thought of, like when I'm trying to write the song, like what is the feeling, what is the imagery, what am I trying to accomplish with these lyrics, what story am I trying to tell? I take that thesis and then I underline all my favorite lines. So I loved the whole new shift in my body and nature, petals blowing in the breeze. As the trees bloom, I'm falling madly in love with you. I came up with a new verse and chorus, but I got stuck. And the new verse and the chorus goes as follows. The rain makes everything more green. All those scares you convinced me to ride our bikes into the city. Now I've never felt more free. We always get the best parking. The dive bar now knows our drinks. Times like this, I still fall madly for you and our little family. The chorus. Petals blow by in the breeze. Oh no, whole new shift in my body. Moments of feeling seen between you and me. This love just keeps blooming. This is the voice memo of Blooming.
Rain makes everything more green. Although scared, you convince me. Ride our bikes into the city. I've never felt more free. We always get the best parking. The dive bar now knows our dreams. Time like this, I still felt madly for you and our little family. Petals blow by in the breeze. Whole new shift in my body. Moments of feeling seen between you and me. This love just keeps moving.
I got stuck because I wrote this whole verse and this whole chorus, and I realized the end of every sentence rhymes. And not only does it follow a rhyme scheme, but it literally follows green, me, city, free, parking, drinks, madly, family, breeze, body, scene, me keeps blooming. And I normally switch it up. I don't know if I know any song that follows the exact same rhyme, and I wasn't even going for that. It's just way too repetitive. I sat on it. I didn't really know where to go from there. But then I had this idea. Literally walking around the block with my dog the same way the song started. I had a couple more lines come to me. I thought, I like what I've written. Maybe we switch up one line, maybe at the end of the verses. That kind of switches it up. Along with changing the rhymes of the verse and the chorus, I also decided to change the chords. when it comes to creating a song, typically the chorus changes chords in some way so that it does stand out from the verse. Before, I really kept to the same 2 chords and then added in like a variation when I hit bloom or blooming in the chorus. So I did change the verses, which did change the melody slightly, but in the end, I do think it flowed a little bit better. I feel like the storyline is a little bit more clear. It really gets to the root of what I was trying to write about. Truly, it was falling in love in spring, as well as just spring energy. It's just so good. Granted, who knows? I could change it next week. I can do whatever I want. From here, I think I'm going to produce it, throw it into the computer, add some drums. I'm thinking some really gentle drums, whatever that means. I think adding additional vocals will really make it stand out, really bring that blooming effect, if you will. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that is blooming. That is how blooming bloomed. That is how blooming came to be. Without further ado, I will play Blooming. Spring rain makes everything more green. Although scared, you convinced me to ride our bikes into the city. I've never felt more alive. We always get the best parking. The dive bar now knows our drinks. Times like this, I still fall madly for you and our precious life. Petals blow by with the breeze, whole new shift in our bodies. Moments of feeling seen between you and me. This love just keeps blooming. Tears in our eyes as we're laughing. Season 5 of Schitt's Creek. Blissful moments so relieving. My best friend forever mine. Petals blow by with the breeze. Whole new shift in our bodies. Moments of feeling seen between you and me. This love just keeps blooming. Soaking up the lilac energies, holding hands as we're walking. Endless moments of each spring feel alive. Now precious life, you're forever mine. Petals blow by with the breeze, whole new shift in our bodies. Moments of feeling seen between you and me. This love just keeps blooming. I truly love the process of creating a song. I feel like sometimes it takes years, sometimes it takes weeks, sometimes a song comes to me in one sitting, but I think that's the beauty of songwriting and the process of it all, seeing it come to life and come to life in different stages of your life. I think that's really cool. I truly think it's magical. So I'm Katie Grass. This is the process of my songwriting. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed my voice memos and the process of creating Blooming. Thank you for watching.